check.
Check test, 1, 2, 3. Can you hook up also? Check test, 1, 2, 3.
You're doing it, man.
We are in the bottom half of the first inning. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Wichita Grays. Up the bat is Enzo Bonventry. Standing at first base, Joey Martinez. We have 1 run scored so far here in the bottom half of the first. Here goes Martinez to second base. Round second. And goes about halfway to third base and goes back. So now standing at second base will be Joey Martinez. And the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Enzo Bonventry. Are you ready to go?
Well, I don't have any lineups or anything filled out yet, but we'll just keep working to make sure that the sound is working.
Okay. Chad Fry, our play-by-play announcer here for the home games, is trying to get the sound going. Once again, the score is 2-1 in favor of the Grays. Newton does have a runner on at second base with 1 down, and Bonventry up with a full count. Got one missing outside for ball 4.
Bonventry is high and away. Got an interesting situation if you're watching and you're not seeing the umpire, and I'll explain to you what happened there. This game was scheduled by the Central League office, but nobody scheduled umpires to be here. So what we have is an umpire that we have seen in the past, who is a guy who lives here in town. His name is Steve Aldershoff. He is a certified umpire. He's standing out doing the pitcher's mound, calling the balls and strikes today. He's also going to try and handle the outfield duties and infield duties. And side note, I was at one of his original training classes, and kind of helped get him started in the business of umpiring baseball. And he's been at it quite a while. Who we got at the plate? We got Ricky Hockett at the plate. It's a 2-0 count now on Ricky Hockett. Little pop on the mid on that pitch, and it'll be 2-1 after a called strike. Three and 1 after the zone will be missed by Creighton. Nope, that's the coach. By Peyton Walters, number 21, out on the mound. Looper into right field. That ball will be caught. That'll chase Enzo back to first. And Martinez back to second. And they'll be 2 away here in the first. AJ Percero coming to the plate for your Rebels. And I'll work diligently to try and get my score sheet working here. I'm late today because my son had a ball game of his own. Called strike to Percero. Fell to 500 on the batting average today. And did not get an RBI, so he was not real happy with himself at the plate, but he was able to say he had fun when he walked off the diamond, and that's what's important. Pitch into dirt. That'll even the count at 1-1 to AJ Percero. Well hit ball into right field. That'll get over his head. Bounce to the wall, and 2 runs will score for the Rebels, and they'll take the lead on a stand-up double. Enzo hoofing from first on that play. He's a big man, but he can move. Your score now 3-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels. Due up is Nolan Riley. Swing and a miss to open the bat for Nolan Riley.
Riley's a 6'2", 195-pounder from Arkansas Fort Smith, where he's a junior, and he's from Augusta, Kansas.
Line shot will go foul. Buzzed Coach Clark at third base. No play on the ball. Pitch is low and away, and that'll go to 2-2. Ground ball towards third. He'll look the runner back and make the throw. Riley will be retired. 5-3. Rebels put up 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors and a runner left. We'll head to the top of 2 with the Rebels up 3-2.
And while you get your scorecard ready to go, I'm going to let everybody know exactly what happened in that first inning. They were watching, but looks like Cade Schultz was the leadoff batter for the Wichita Grays. He reached on a base on balls and then went clear to third base on a throw-in error by Parcero. And then Valdez ended up getting hit by a pitch, stole second. And he scored a run off a base hit by Townsley. There was a 4-3 putout in between that for the first out. Townsley came up, got a base hit, scored an RBI. And then Ramos, designated hitter, grounded out to the pitcher, 1-3. And Veltman made the last out of the inning as he grounded out to shortstop on a 6-3 putout. So now you're caught up here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hussein reached on a base hit, stole second, went to third on a 5-3 putout. Joey Martinez ended up walking, and so did Enzo Bonventry. And then Hockett came up and flew out to right field, where he scored 1 run. And then A.J. Parcero hit a double with 2 RBIs and gets left stranded at second base as Riley grounded out to the third baseman on a 5-3 putout. So that takes us to the top half of the second inning. And leading off the top half of the second inning for the Wichita Grays will be the left fielder, number 7, Caden Luna. And whenever you're ready, Chad.
Caden Luna coming to the plate for his first appearance in this particular ball game. It's 1-1 after flirting with the strike zone by Ryan Nipfer. Nipfer on for his second inning of work. It'll be 2-1. Nipfer missing. for missing down low. That'll be a little looper into right field. That's a hit for Caden Luna. Cal Chance, the second baseman, now coming to the plate. There's a runner at first and none away. They show bunt. He is unable to get that down into fair territory. Scoop and toss, and they say he beat the throw.
This wasn't a very good toss there by Nipper. Tossed it underhanded, almost like he was throwing a wet balloon, and the ball just hung up there, and beating out the throw was Chance.
Yep, the hustle down that line to beat that throw. Got to bring up Micah Dvorak. Foul ball will be caught down the third base side by big number 55, Nolan O'Reilly. And now there's one away with runners at first and second. We head back to the top of the order with Cade Schultz coming to the plate. He reached on a walk in his first appearance, that coming in the first inning. Mark Valdez is on deck. Pitch is away from Schultz, and that's going to be ball one. Called strike right down the middle. Swing and a miss. I don't envy Steve. These kinds of games are tough. You have to do the whole thing out of position. That is a tough spot to be in. 1-2 the count. Just missed down below the knees. Nipper wanted that pitch and it looked good, but again, our umpiring crew is one man and he is not in the optimum spots to call balls and strikes, and that's out of necessity. Foul tip will keep Schultz alive, and we stay at 2-2. So 2-2 count will be
Swing and a miss.
swing and a miss. And that'll be the first strikeout of the game for Nipper. And Mark Valdez coming to the plate. Circus catch out in right field by Eric Garza. Got a bad jump on the ball, but he finished the play, catching up and well. And no runs score on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left as we head to the bottom of 2. Rebels up by 1. Due up for the Rebels will be Garza, Eshelman, and Sam Cassane. So apparently we're giving Secrets the night off.
Once again, our score is 3-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. And we're sorry about the sound. You say that it's not quite clear. If you only knew what we had to go through to get sound.
Thanks, yeah, rewired the whole thing on the fly.
Chad Fry rewired everything just to try to get us some sound. And, you know, it's funny because we set up the same way every single night and something different always comes up. And I have no idea why. But just the way it happens. We've been setting up this way since the beginning, and tonight, for some reason, the sound decided not to work.
Yeah, it appears that we are on separate channels. You're on the left channel, I'm on the right channel.
That may be part of the problem.
If you're listening to this in stereo, that's part of what the deal is. So, for one reason or another, there wasn't any sound coming out of that particular board over here. Okay, here we go. Eric Garza coming to the plate to lead things off for the Rebels here in the second. First pitch will be called strike. Looked a little high, but I'm not going to critique too hard today on the balls and strikes. And you become much more understanding of that situation if you've ever been in it. Called strike there. 0-2 count now to Garza. Swing and a miss. And Garza will go down swinging. One away for the Rebels. And it's Aaron Eshelman coming to the plate.
And Walters records his first strikeout of the ball game.
Yes, sir. Eshelman playing second base today. See what the lefty has in store. Called strike on the inside half of the plate. Pretty decent pitch right there. Count is 0-1. Ball one. Pitch tails low. Gonna have a quick timeout as someone's retrieving a foul ball. Swing and a miss. One and two now to Aaron Eshelman. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Peyton Walters. And we're back up to the top of the order with Sam Cassane. He had a single and a stolen base in the first, and he scored a run as well. He comes to the plate with nobody on and two away. Pitch is low and away, and it's ball one. Fouls this one away. out of play. Count runs to 1-2 after the strike call. Pitch is shoulder high and let go by for a ball. Got just a piece of it to stay alive, and we've got deuces wild on the scoreboard. 2-2 count with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Ground ball right back up the middle. And that'll be a hit for Sam Cassane, his second of the ball game. And Andrew Brotman now coming to the plate. Brotman grounded out in his first appearance of this ball game. Grounded out specifically to third base. Throw to first, chases Cassane back, and that's one of those moments where you want to say, hey guy, you got 2 away, work on the hitter. Throw to first, not in time. Actually a pretty nice play over there by Joel Townsley to not allow that past him. It was not the best of throws. You want to know your count. This pitch comes inside, maybe a little low. Brotman now has a count to work with. Pops him up, foul back behind the screen, and the count will go to 1-1. Count now to Brotman. He will miss inside. Walters now falling behind in the count, 2-1. 2 away with a runner at first. Swing and a miss. He wanted that baseball pretty bad.
He sure did. Just didn't step into it, stepped away a little bit and missed it. Good pitch though by Walters.
2-2 count now to Brotman. Runner goes with the pitch. Stolen base. Pitch is low. Count will be full. Cassane now with 2 stolen bases in this game.
That is his second one for today.
Ground ball towards second will be scooped. The throw will be in plenty of time. Cal Chance will retire Andrew Brotman. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a runner left. We head count of 2. Take a moment here to thank Shamrock Car Wash, a major sponsor of Newton Rebels baseball. Also want to say thanks to Dr. Brett Roos, CDS, a sponsor of Newton Rebels baseball, and Ray Roofing Incorporated, major sponsor of Newton Rebels baseball. Beautiful night for baseball. Spent most of the day concerned it would be ridiculously hot outside. It's only hot outside at the moment. We are under a heat advisory here in Newton, Kansas. We're expecting some really sweltery days along the way here. First day of fireworks season here in Newton, Kansas today. All the fireworks tents have opened up, and if you feel like sending your money up in smoke, they'll be glad to take some of it off of your hands. I would highly recommend heading over to the fireworks tent. It's by Little Caesars Pizza. That is Harvey County Friends of the ERT, which is our version of SWAT, and big fundraiser for police department, sheriff's department, and the members of the ERT. And now at the plate, Darren Plummer. Rounded out in his last appearance, that coming in the first. He works it to a 2-0 count. Pitch is just above the knees, and we'll go to 2-1. Count is now 3-1. We prepare. Pitch comes inside, and that'll be a walk for Plummer. Joel Townsley now coming to the plate. He's the big first baseman. I shouldn't say big, he's just the first baseman. For the Grays. Pops this one foul.
That foul talking about Tim Marler and Tim.
And 0-1 here on Joel Townsley as he gets signed from third and starts digging back in. He would dump this one into shallow left, and there will be runners at first and second for the designated hitter, Steve Ramos. Ramos will loft one into center field. And that will be an over-the-shoulder catch. Say hey, Willie. Willie at the plate now. He's defense by Sam Kissane. Very nicely done by Sam.
Great defensive play.
Pitch is low and away. Actually skitters away from Parcero at the plate. But nobody going anywhere. 1-0. Called strike. Outside corner at the knees. That was a nice pitch right there. 1-1 your count now. Runners at first and second. Pops him up into the shallow right field. And that will be a fly out to second. F4 if he likes scoring things at home. And that was Aaron Eshelman who was able to camp underneath that ball. And that will bring up Trevin Veltman, rounded out of his last appearance. Now it's 2-0. Look for missing on back-to-back pitches. Ground ball, that could score a run. Throw coming home, and they've got him. That was one heck of a throw by Ricky Hockett. No wonder they make him pitch sometimes. That was a throw and a half. So Veltman will be credited with a fielder's choice. And there's no runs on one hit, no errors. Runners left. We'll head to the bottom of 3 with the Rebels up 3-2. Due up for the Rebs will be Martinez, Bonventre, and Hockett. And how often do you see it? Guy makes a great defensive play, and now he's basically in the on-deck circle. He's going to be batting. And hopefully he's dialed in enough to do some damage at the plate as well.
I think it's field number 21, Walters coming out. Yes, it is. It's the third inning for the Wichita Grays.
And I've got him with, 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. So,
Yep.
Back-to-backers.
Back-to-back, last inning.
Man, I gotta put it out there. I love it when you see a team like this using a name like the Grays. From clear back in the Negro League days. That's a historical baseball name. And that's just, it's always fun. The Homestead Grays, they played, what was it, almost 50 years, and they were based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Joey Martinez will lead things off for the Rebs here in the third. His last appearance was in the first when he drew a walk and later scored on the double by Parcero. Swing and a miss to open the at-bat. Walters will deal. That came inside, well inside, and Martinez fought that off with a foul ball. 0-2. A 1-2 to count after Walters will miss. Check swing. They're going to leave him at the plate. 2-2 to count. And Carr said, "Let there be light," and there was. 2-2 to count now on Martinez. He works himself into a full count. Payoff pitch to come. Called strike. Third strikeout of the game for Peyton Walters. Not what we were looking for to open up the inning.
No, that was a great pitch there by Walters as he had a breaking ball right in the first strike.
That'll bring up Enzo Bonventre. We're here in the third. Rebs up by 1, 3-2.
Well, actually, it looks like they got a pinch hitter. It looks like it's number 44 that's coming in.
It is pinch hitter.
That's Roger Veloria.
Roger Vioria. Coming in. Which will miss.
Did you say Roger Veloria? It's Veloria.
They're pitching him well away right now. And the scoreboard is showing a 2-0 count. Bounces one in the dirt in front of the plate. Count goes to 3-0.
Veloria comes in batting .333 as he's been up to bat 9 times and has 3 hits.
Show him as a catcher on the roster. Called strike, 3-1 now the count. Now he comes into the ball game to give designated hitter Enzo Bonventre a breather. Bonventre leaves the game 0 for 1 with a run scored. Actually 0 for 0
Yeah.
because it's a walk.
I was just getting ready to say he walked on the first time up.
Full count now. To Vioria.
That's a nice.
And he will collect what his 4th hit of the year, as this will be well hit ball right into shallow center field. And Ricky Hockett due up, and that's who we got.
Hockett comes in batting .200 as he's been up to bat 15 times and has 3 hits, scored 2 runs.
Not a bad line. Let's see what he can do right here. Wild pitch will send Vioria down to second base. And now there's a runner in scoring position with 1 away. And a 1-0 count on Ricky Hockett.
The coach is coming out to talk to the pitcher here.
Yeah, we're going to have a conference on the mound. because Carv was showing us a phone with rain in the forecast, I'm going to take a look at our weather radar, and it looks like we got some storms that are still, they're about a 3-hour drive away over by Dodge City. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully they stay away.
Yeah, today when I got here, Chad, it was 97 degrees, and but it said it felt like with the heat index 107.
Yes, it got kind of intense this afternoon. Walters will lead with 2 innings pitched, facing 2 in the third. And we will work on getting a number and identifying who's on the hill right now. No warm-up.
Still 21.
It's still 21. Okay. Well, it looked like they had sent somebody to the dugout. Ricky Hockett goes to 2-0. Now to 3-0 as the pitch is low and away. In the dirt.
We'll get the first base open. It will hurt Aldrich. Actually put him in a better position with a double play situation.
That is true. Strategically speaking, that's not a bad walk to issue. But you got to get the ground ball to seal the deal. And Parcero now due up at the plate. We had that stand-up double in the first. And that was good for 2 RBIs.
And Parcell came into the ballgame batting .467 as he had been up to bat 15 times and had 7 hits, scored 3 runs.
First offering to Parcero will miss. Only 1-0. Swing and a miss. High leg kick on that pitch. One and one your count. Two and one your count. Pitch was hand side, a little above the hands and inside. Pitch is low and away. Breaking ball missing. And hitters count now at 3-1. 10 runners at first and second. The Rebs up by 1. Pops up foul down the first base side and out of play. Fouls this one back towards the screen, and the count goes to 3-2. Full count. Ground ball towards third. He'll get the out at third. And the twin killing as he makes the throw across the diamond. It looked kind of rocky when Schultz dropped the ball, but he'll end up getting the double play. For the Rebels, no runs, one hit. No errors, one left. We head to the top of 4. Rebels up 3-2. Due up will be Kaden Luna, Cal Chance, and Micah Dvorak. Take a moment here to thank Roofing Services Unlimited, a major sponsor of Newton Rebels Baseball, Boston Insurance, and Realty Connections, both major sponsors of Newton Rebels Baseball. Also want to thank Duty Works, new business in town, for their support of Newton Rebels Baseball this year. Also sponsoring this year, Pouch Enterprises and Pate and Paw Attorneys at Law, and Carl Hodges, the founder.
And it looks like Ryan Nipfer will be coming out for his 4th inning of work.
Well, he's gotten himself into a couple of tough spots, but he's gotten himself out of those spots at the same time. Hit by the pitch. Luna will be aboard. Sorry, I'm off. That was Cal Chance. And Micah Dvorak now coming to the plate. He flew out into foul territory in his last appearance. Ball 1 issued. Shows bunt, gets it down. It's going back to Nipfer. Nipfer makes the throw over to first. A little stronger throw on this play than the last one over there. And he will retire the runner. Cade Schultz now at the plate. He'll take ball 1. Schultz is 0 for 1. But he did walk and score a run in the first. Ground ball down the third base side is foul. One and one to count. That one slipped right out of his hand.
Schultz is a 5'11", 170 pounder from Goddard High School.
Pitch downstairs in the dirt. Now 3-1. And that'll be a walk if it's high and tight. So runners on first and second. Mark Valdez coming to the plate. Valdez was hit by a pitch in the first. That led to a run scored. He flew out in the second. Ball 1, and Nipfer will miss the zone. And we're at 1-0. Swing and a miss. That'll bring up strike one and set the count at 1-1. Foul ball, count will be 1-2. One away with a runner at first and second. Pops him up into foul territory and out of play. Count will stay at 1-2. And that will be caught. Well hit ball into right field will be well tracked down by Eric Garza, and now there's two away. Matter of fact, he's had a circus catch out there in this ball game as well. Plummer now coming to the plate. He walked in the third, grounded out in the first. First offering will be a called strike. We're at 0-1. Bender called on the inside half of the plate. Pitch is in the dirt. Well played by Parcero. Our count will go to 1-2. Ground ball right back up the middle. There'll be no play at home. The throw is wide. So it'll be an RBI single for Plummer. He will advance on the throw. Second error of the game that will be charged to the Rebels, and your score is now 3-3. And with 2 outs here in the fourth, there will be runners at second and third. Joel Townsley coming to the plate. He has a pair of singles and a couple of RBIs in this ball game. First offering is strike one.
Well, this is one of the things that Mark Carvalho and I talked about before the game started, and that was situational defense. That is a fair ball, and he throws the ball away.
2 runs will score. Absolutely hard hit ball. That was a hit. But the throwing error will allow 2 runs to score, and Townsley to head to second. And now we're at 3 errors in the ball game. It's really unfortunate because that was a great diving stop. But his only play was the longest throw to make, and the throw was off. Steve Ramos now coming to the plate. Rebs down 5-3 now here in the fourth. First offering will be ball one. Pitch in the dirt, and the count will go to 2-0. In the gap between second and third, the throw's coming home, and they'll get him at home.
And that's the second put out that Ricky Hockett has at home plate.
Yes, it is. He's firing darts in from the outfield, and it might be time for the Grays to stop testing that arm over there. But they do now have the lead. 2 runs will score on 2 hits and 2 errors. And we'll head to the bottom of 4. Due up for the Rebels will be Riley, Garza, and Eshelman. And Walters coming back out here in the 4th.
Anyway, Chad, what we were talking about was those situational plays, like when they got somebody on at first and second, and the guy is coming in the home after a base hit. They try to throw it in the home, and then that don't get the guy at home, and then the other 2 runners advance to second and third. That happened many times last night where we gave away 4 and 3 runs, and that happened in Hutchinson the same way. And you got to be smart. You got to hit your cutoff man. Don't give them something more than they deserve.
Exactly right. And right now we're sitting here down by 2 and gave away 2 runs in that inning right there. You can't give a team 3 outs, and you can't give them 3 runs, and that's exactly what Newton just did.
So what's the score? 5-3, right?
Yeah, 5-3. In this situation, we've got plenty of time to put some runs on the board and make amends for that. But at the same time, you don't want to keep rowing uphill.
Well, offensively, we've been pretty good the last 3 ball games, scored 10 runs or better. But we've also given up about that many, and you just can't do that,
Yep. At some point, your defense has got to start taking runs off the board instead of putting them on. Nolan Riley now at the plate. He grounded out in his first appearance, that coming in the first inning. Riley will take a strike.
Riley came into the ball game batting .500, as he's been up to bat 2 times and had 1 hit.
And this will be his second hit right now. He'll drop that into center field. And that's how comebacks start. Singles. Getting on base. Eric Garza comes to the plate, 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his only appearance thus far. Upstairs, ball 1.
Garza has had a tough outing at the plate, where he's batting .059, has been up to bat 17 times, only has 1 hit.
Once again upstairs, 2-0. Ground ball, that should be through for a single. And there'll be runners at first and second. So, tying run now aboard for the Rebs here in the 4th.
And that'll make that batting average go up.
Yes,
He records his second hit.
And here comes a visit to the mound, which means a new pitcher.
Number 32. Yes, sir. Looks like it's Reese Hembree. Hembree, Hembree. He's from Wichita West. A 6'3", 245-pounder.
They list him as a pitcher, infielder, catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Due up for the Rebels will be the 9-1-2. And that's Aaron Eshelman, Sam Cassane, and Andrew Brockman. I think my stomach's going to turn itself inside out. Kind of hungry. That's the cost of running from one thing to the next. We're here in the 4th inning. Rebels are down 5-3. They do have a pair of runners aboard and none away as we await the restart following the warm-up here by a reliever.
Well, Walters ended up going 3 innings, giving up 6 hits.
I've got him with 3 strikeouts.
Yep, I got 3 strikeouts and 3 base on balls as he faced 17 batters. Also has given up 3 runs, but of course these 2 on base will be charged to him if they happen to score. Being down by 2, 5-3, you might see a bunt here.
The inside pitch will be 1-0. They've made the Rebels earn their runs, while the Rebs have given a few away. That's the difference in this ball game right now.
As Errol Eshelman's up there. Ooh.
Well hit ball down the right side. That's going to hit fair, then go into foul territory, but it's called foul.
It is.
And again, tough situation for Steve to be in out there. He's the only umpire. It's hard to see those things on the line. 1-1 the count after the foul ball call. We'll take another hit just like that one. Which is well away and upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1.
Well, in all fairness, Chad, that was foul. I was watching right down the line.
All right. Well, I'm not in position to see the line either, so. And that will drop into center field, and there'll be bases loaded. And none away. Let's take that result. A go-ahead run now. Standing at first, and Andrew Brockman coming to the plate, 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out in both appearances. Need him aboard somehow. Called strike. Great pitch.
Well, this would be a great chance for Cassane to get his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Oh, got it. There we go. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored and 2 stolen bases. Now that I look at the right line on my score sheet. 1-2 to count now to Cassane. And that'll be a strikeout. First one of the game for Hembry. And Andrew Brockman now coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Pair of groundouts today. And we need him to get this out of the infield.
We definitely do. We need a base hit here. We've got to score these guys.
That's the swing that'll do it. Well, it didn't connect, and the count is 0-1.
That was a great breaking ball there by Reese Hembry.
Called strike just above the knee. Nice pitch by Embry. Count should be 0-2. And that will get down, and that's going to score at least one. That got past the outfielder. Single and an error is what I hear from the schnob to my left. Brotman will end up at second. Riley will score. Garza will score. Eshelman will end up at third. And we've got runners at second and third, and now a tie ball game. And Martinez coming to the plate. He walked in the first and scored later, and then struck out in the third. Called strike. Check swing. And they'll let it be a ball. He's just able to hold up. And the count is 1-1.
And Chad, the infield is playing in.
Yes, they are. They want to prevent that go-ahead run from coming across. Foul tip from Martinez. That was squeezed by Veltman, and we're at 1-2. Ground ball toward third will go foul. That would have been an interesting play there with one away. But it tailed into foul territory and he wasn't able to get to it fair. Long fly ball into left. It's over his head. It's going to bounce to the Heston Pharmacy sign. He's hoofing for three. And he's going to have a stand-up triple that's good for 2 RBIs. Excellent hit by Martinez. And the Rebels back on top in this ball game. 7-5.
Well, that was great at bat there for Martinez because he sure wasn't looking very good there for a second.
He worked that count, and he got a pitch that he liked, and he hammered it.
The coach is coming out to check on that left fielder as he went down, as that ball went all the way to the fence area.
Yep. And the Rebs have put a 4 spot on the board here. And with one away, runner at third, and Vioria coming to the plate. He had a single when he entered the game as a pinch hitter in the third.
So that does take the score to 7-5 in favor of your Newton Rebels here in the bottom half of the fourth.
One and 0. Pitch in the dirt. That was well played by Veltman. That could have easily gone back to the screen and led to a run. Breaking ball comes inside. And Steve says it's a ball. That's an excellent call, and it's 2-0. Well hit ball down the line into left. Peoria is digging for two there, and the throw.
There should be interference there. Should be interference on that first baseman. He didn't see it, but I think I don't think the umpire saw, but I'm not
Actually,
sure.
I think he called it.
Did he? Okay. Yeah,
Because Peoria is standing at second base.
yeah. As Valoria rounded first base, he ran right into the first baseman. They are going to call him out. So.
Oh, they're going to call him out. He has a single, but they're going to call him out on the throw. And hey, again, we got one umpire out there,
Yeah.
and his attention was exactly where it needed to be on whether or not the catch was going to be made. Peoria is going to get an RBI as Martinez comes home. 7-5 if you're scoring on the, or 4, as you threw to the second baseman. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and the Rebs now up 8-5 as Ricky Hockett works himself to a 2-0 count. Lofts one into center field, and that will be out number 3. Peoria wouldn't have gone anywhere on that play anyway. And we'll head to the top of 5 with the Rebels up by 3, 8-5. They put 5 runs on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I got 6
5,
hits.
6 hits, yes. Man, they got the bats out there. I got 1 error charge in that half inning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. I believe it's Garrett McLean, number 27. Let's check, make sure. Yes, it is. Will be number 27. And that is Garrett McLean.
so unless they announce a predetermined split, Nipfer will get a no decision today. And McLean could be in line for a victory should the Rebels find a way to make this score stand right now. And in case you're curious, Frank, we had that interesting play at the plate with the runner that came across the plate and then interfered with the throw the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done quite a bit of research, and I really can't find anything in the rule book to tell you exactly what an umpire is supposed to do in that situation. And the bugaboo is he had already scored.
Yep.
So he's no longer an active part of the play at that point, and that's where the struggle becomes real in trying to find out what they could have or should have done in that situation.
For Ryan Nipfer, his total numbers, he went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. He had 3 base on balls and 1 strikeout.
Coming to the plate is Veltman, who played well at the back of the dish in the last half inning. He won the count, and he called strike on the inside half of the plate. Pitch is up and in, and that'll even the counts at 1. Pitch is up and in, just missed his helmet. 2-1 count. We'll reset and get started here after the Rube Baker throw back to the pitcher, and it's 2-1. 2-1 count with an 8-5 lead for your Newton Rebels. Fouls this one away down the first base side out of play, and the count goes to 2-2.
There you go.
Swing and a miss. And that will retire Trevor Veltman.
Next up, number 7, Caden Luna.
Caden Luna now coming to the plate. Get into a fielder's choice in the third and got a single in the second. So it's been a tough out so far tonight and continues to be so. Diving try out in left field, and Aldershoff says it hit the ground. And that'll be a single for Luna.
That is Luna's third hit of the game for the Grays.
Brings up Cal Chance. Had an infield hit in the second, was hit by a pitch in the last inning, now coming in the fourth. Pitch is upstairs. 1-1 showing on the scoreboard.
And we just happen to have Mr. Chance's relative up here in the press box.
Right above Chance's head. Two and one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, Dad. Okay.
Well, hopefully when Mr. Chance heads off to college, he'll consider some summer ball here in Newton. 2-2 the count. As he's worked himself into the count. Pitch is in the dirt, runner going, and that'll be a stolen base for Luna. And the count will go to full on Cal Chance.
No.
Broken bat. Throw to first will be off the bag. McLean hurried that throw. And Chance will be aboard.
Well, on McLean's defense there, he had a bat flying right at him.
Yes, he did.
And it was the broken end of it that was, he had to dodge out of it to get out of the way to get to the ball.
You really don't want to get hit by one of those things. You'll feel that tomorrow morning. So I'm going to be charitable. I'm writing down an infield hit for Cal Chance, and that'll bring up Micah Dvorak.
Well, that's what I wrote down.
You did too. Good for you. That broken bat is kind of a wild card that made the play much more difficult. Foul ball from Dvorak. Fly ball to shallow center. That will be caught, and the throw is going to come home. It will be offline. Run will score for RBI for Dvorak. He was credited with a sac fly. And Chance stays at first. There's two away. Score is 8-6 here in the fifth in favor of Newton. That brings up Schultz, who's walked twice and struck out once. He's scored 2 runs in this ball game. And he's been helped by errors every time he's been on the bag.
That is correct.
Yeah. Foul ball, 0-1 the count now to Schultz.
So far, Newton has 3 errors in the ball game.
Foul ball out of play on the first base side. Count goes to 0-2. Pitch into dirt. Count is 1-2. Ground ball towards short, charged hard. The throw to first is not in time. That'll be an infield hit for Schultz. Brotman had to throw that tailing away from first and across his body.
Yes, and Martinez did a great job there at first base to stay right in front of that.
And that brings up Valdez, who has flown out twice and been hit by a pitch. Called strike, hands high, on the inside corner. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Foul ball will stay at 0-2. Swing and a miss. That'll be the strikeout. 1 run will score on 3 hits. No errors. And there'll be runners left. McLean will get 2 strikeouts in the half inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Newton leading 8-6. Due up for the Rebels here in the 5th will be A.J. Parcero, Nolan Riley, and Eric Garza. And Jared Newton coming on the pitch for the Grays. He's out of Valley Center. He's 6 foot, 205 pounds. Throws right, bats right. Listed as a pitcher slash infielder. Coming down, throw signals that we're ready for baseball again.
Leading off for the Rebels, number 4, AJ Parcero.
AJ Parcero. Ready to start things off. Hit into a double play in the 3rd. And a 2 RBI double in the 1st. Newton will come set. the count. Pitch is inside, and the count will go to 1-1. Pitch is upstairs. Count goes to 2-1.
He's pitching now.
Yes.
Okay.
2-1 count on Passero. And just out of the reach of short, he'll loop this one into shallow left. And Passero will be aboard with a hit.
Next up,
Nolan Ryan. Listen to me. Let me dream. Nolan Riley coming to the plate. Got a single and a run scored. Cat coming in the fourth and grounded out in the first. He's got a runner at first, and the Rebs have a 2-run lead. Pitch comes inside. Count is 1-0.
And Chad, I'm going to compliment that umpire. He's really done a great job out there.
He is, especially, and you know, he's had some good nights on this diamond. There's no two ways about it, and he is doing a great job for the situation that he's in as well. You know, that's a tough one to be in. 2-0 your count, as the curveball will miss. Pitch down in the dirt. Riley communicates not to go anywhere to Passero. 3-0 your count. And that pitch in the dirt. Riley will walk on 4 pitches. And Eric Garza now coming to the plate. He singled in the fourth. 1 for 2 with a run scored thus far in the ballgame. Called strike on the knees. 1 count to Eric Garza. This is a wild pitch that will go back to the screen and allow runners to advance. The count will now be evens at 1-1. There's none away, and a runner at second and third. Newton comes set, and he'll deal. That was fouled away. Got to walk that one off. Count goes to 1-2. And they got him at second, third? Yes, they did. Line shot down to third was caught right over the bag by Schultz, and he stepped on the bag to double up Passero. And just like that, we go from none away and runners in scoring position to 2 away, and a runner at second for Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman had a single and a run scored in the fourth. He struck out in the second. wild pitch again will allow Riley to head to third. One and one will be the count following the strike. Eshelman with a RBI opportunity. Pitch is high and away. Looks like Veltman grew an extra arm to pull that one down. And it is 2-1. Ground ball will go foul down the first base side. 2-2 count. And there's two away for the Rebels here. They've got a runner at third. Pitch is high and away. Count goes to full on Eshelman. Pitch is off the plate outside. That'll be a walk issued to Aaron Eshelman. And Sam Kassane now due up.
Now back for the rep, number 14, Sam Kassane.
Kassane has runners at the corners with two down. He's 2 for 3. Couple of singles, a strikeout. Called strike for opening at bat. He also had a run scored in the first. And he's got an RBI opportunity here. One and one to count after the pitch comes inside and low. Off the inside, a pop fly out into right field that will be caught. Dvorak making that grab. No runs on one hit, no errors, and two runners left. We head to the top of 6. Rebs up 8-6. Due up will be Plummer, Townsley, and Ramos. And McLean will be back on the bump. And I need to take like a 60-second break.
Okay. So we're going to go to the top half of the 6th inning. Score is the Newton Rebels 8.
You didn't bring a whole chicken again, did you?
And Wichita Gray 6. We're trying to speak as loud as we can. Thank you, though. We are not connected to our mixer. We're connected directly to a video switcher. One of us connected to the left side and the other one's connected to the right side. So that may be why you're not able to hear us. I will speak a little bit louder. Maybe you can hear us that way. I'll let Chad know. All right, we're Going to the top half of the sixth inning, due up for the Wichita Grays will be the shortstop number 8, Garen Plummer. Plummer is 1 for 2 tonight as he recorded a base hit in the fourth inning. Scored a run and got an RBI. Reached on a base on balls in the third inning and was thrown out at home plate and grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. Count goes to 2 balls, no strikes now to Garrett Plummer as Garrett McLean is in for his second inning of work. Came in the fifth inning. That ball fouled off by Plummer. I will take the count down to 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's McLean's pitch. That one missing low and outside. And got away from the catcher, so the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Screen, you're watching and listening to Newton Rebels baseball. That one in there for strike 2. So the count will go full now at 3-2. And here's McLean's pitch. That one fouled off again by Plummer. So the count stays full at 3-2. Once again, we are in the top half of the sixth inning. The score 8-6 in favor of your Newton Rebels. Here's the pitch. Ball hit to the shortstop. And it's going to be an error by Brutman. So he let that one get underneath him. So that is the 4th error given up by the Newton Rebels here in the ball game.
Next up, number 24, Joel Townsley.
Going to bring up the first baseman, number 24, Joel Townsley. Townsley's up with the runner on at first base here in the top half of the sixth inning. Pitch there by McLean is right across the leathers for strike 1. So 1-0 now the count to Townsley. Townsley has 2 base hits and reached on an error to the third baseman in the fourth inning. McLean's pitch, and there's an attempt bunt by Townsley, misses. So the count goes 0-2 now to Joel Townsley. He's playing first base for the Wichita Grays here this evening. 8-6 the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. Runner on at first base with no outs. There's a swing and a miss there by Joel Townsley as he goes down for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the designated hitter number 1, Steve Ramos.
Next up, number 1, Steve Ramos.
Ramos got a base hit his last time at the plate in the fourth inning. Flew out to center field in the third and grounded out to the pitcher in the first. Here's McLean's pitch, missing inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count now to Ramos. Still a runner on at first base as Plummer reached on an error by the shortstop. Ball lifted into short center field. The second baseman backs up, makes the catch. The same. Correction, not the same. Sorry about that. The same was coming in. That's Eshelman making that catch for out number 2.
Next up, number 0, Trevin.
Going to bring up the catcher, number 0. Van Veltman. Craven Veltman, correction. First pitch to him is called strike 1. Struck out last time at the plate in the fifth inning. There's a pitch called strike 2 right across the knees. So 0-2 now the count to Veltman. There's 2 down with the runner on at first base. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Veltman as he goes down swinging for the third out. So the top half of the sixth inning for the Wichita Gray They scored no runs on no hits, one error, and one left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 8 and the Wichita Grays 6. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score is the Newton Rebels 8 and the Wichita Grays 6. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. He'll be followed by first baseman number 23, Joey Martinez. And then the designated hitter number 44, Roger Deloria. Coming in to do his second inning of work will be number 42, Jared Newton, for the Wichita Grays. We hope you're enjoying the telecast. Once again, you have no idea what it took us to get the sound going today. We finally got her going. We're only working through one channel each, so it may not sound as it normally does. So up to bat for the Newton Rebels in the bottom half of the 6th inning, it's the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman reached on the base hit his last time and ended up scoring a run. Matter of fact, he had 2 RBIs. First pitch is ball 1. That one right across the knees, 4 strikes, so that will even up the count now. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinez on deck and Deloria in the hole. That one missing high for ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Andrew Brotman as we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score 8-6 in favor of your Newton Rebels. That one missing outside for ball 3. Kevin, I know you're looking at me funny, but buddy, that's the only way we could get any sound tonight. This thing was not, for some reason, was not working. So the count is 3-1 now to Brotman. Kevin Pouch from Pouch Enterprise sitting in now. Not sure if you can hear him or not, but they were saying Chad needs to speak up just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Count is full now at 3-2 to Andrew Brotman. Leadoff batter for the Newton Rebels here in the bottom half 6. That one grounded right back to the pitcher. Newman picks it up, goes to first, but looks like he did make the tag. Oh no, he says he pulled him off. And the coach is going to have a talk with umpire. Once again, we're only working with one umpire here tonight. He did pull the first baseman off. Seemed to have made the tag, but not sure whether Brotman beat him to the bag or not. So the umpire calls him safe. So Brotman will be in with a base hit. Or correction, I'm sorry, that would be an error on the throw.
Joey Martinez.
Going to bring up the first baseman, number 23, Joey Martinez. Now coming to the plate, who had a triple his last time up, and 2 RBIs. Brotman's on at first on that error. And here's Newton's pitch. That one missing outside for ball one. 1-0 now the count to Joey Martinez. And Jared Newton in with his second inning of work. Here's Newton's pitch. That one missing low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes now to Joey Martinez as Brotman reached on an error. And we have no outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And here's your play-by-play announcer, Chad Fry. They said you need to speak up just a little bit, Chad.
I'll do my best.
I got a message here.
There's about only so much I can do.
That's right.
3-0 count now here to Martinez. That was a kind of controversial call down at first, but again, there's really no way for our umpire to see everything. And he's been doing a phenomenal job with the situation he's been put in. So, the walk issued to Martinez.
And here comes the head coach for the Wichita Grays. Come out talk to Jared Newton. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change.
I can't even begin to see the bullpen from this spot, but here he comes.
Something too. I think it's number 12. Let's see if they have a number 12 on there. Yeah, it looks like it's Luis Chacon from Wichita West. He's a 6'2", 210-pounder, a right-handed pitcher. So 12 will now come in to pitch here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
4th pitcher of the game for the Grays. He comes in with runners at first and second. None away. And due up will be Roger Viora, Ricky Hockett, and AJ Parcero.
I don't think your mic's working. I think it's picking up on him. It's plugged in, I guess.
Well, I could let you use this mic if you want.
Frank. Speak up. Go ahead, Chad. Come on. No, go ahead and speak.
So again, we got Newton with runners at first and second. None away. The Rebels are up 8-6. And yep, it should be. We'll just see what happens. First pitch to Viora is out of the zone. It's 1-0.
It is picking you up. This just must be this mic or something, because
A weaker signal. 2-0 to Viora.
Now goes 2-0 to Valoria. Here you go. You can use this headset.
There's nothing wrong with the headset, I know.
Okay. I didn't know if there was an adjustment.
Yeah, it's a brand new headset.
All right. 2 runs will score, and Diora will head to second base. Make that third. And Rebels will be up 10-6. And that'll bring up Ricky Hawkins.
Try this one, Frank.
Ricky Hawkins is 0 for 2 here tonight.
Viora will be charged or credited with a double and advance on an error to third. He'll get a couple of RBIs. Hockett will take ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. Throw will come home, and that'll be in time. Viora out 6-2, and Hockett will advance on the fielder's choice. AJ Parcero now coming to the plate. He's got a single and a double.
Arcero having a good night at the plate as he's 2 for 3 here in the ball game.
No 1 the count. His first pitch will find the strike zone. Runner at first with a 4-run lead. Cicero awaits Chacon. Chacon will take a look over at first. Ground ball right back up the middle. Double play opportunity, and they will make that double play. But the Rebels get 2 more. 2 runs on 1 hit and an error. Nobody left. We'll head to the top of 7 with your Rebels up 10-6.
It's picking you up the same as it's picking him up when we switched him. So it may just be
The difference on the voice.
quality of your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's what you said. I don't think it's the company. It changed.
Yeah, he changed it and it still did it, yeah.
You up for the Grays here. In the 7th will be Luna, Chance, and Dvorak.
Now pitching for the Rebels. Yukihiro Muto.
That's David Muto on the mound.
So coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels, you say, is Yukihiro. David Muto will be coming in here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Third pitcher of the game for the Rebels. He comes on with a 4-run lead in the 7th. And time we saw him on this field, he dropped a couple balls that ended up being balks, and it's not the night he was planning for and not the night that he wanted. Take a moment here to thank Shamrock Car Wash, Dr. Brett Roos, DDS, Ray Roofing, Roofing Services, Boston Insurance, American Insurance, Ken Hall, Realty Connections, Pouch Enterprises, Tate and Paw Attorneys at Law, all sponsors of Newton Rebel Baseball. Pitch in the dirt to open up the at-bat to Caden Luna. And it's 1-0. Moves to 2-0 as he just misses the front knee. We go to 2-1 after the called strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Breaking ball came well inside, just missed Luna, and the count will go to full. Ground ball down the first baseline. It will not roll foul, and he'll be on with an infield single. Martinez was hoping it would roll foul, but it did not. And the leadoff man aboard. Cal Chance now coming to the plate.
And I do have the final numbers on Garrett McLean. He went 2 innings, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, no base on balls, and had 4 strikeouts as he faced, I had it written down here somewhere.
Not a bad line. 0-1 the count now to Cal Chance. And it's called strike to open the at-bat.
He faced 10 batters. So.
Pitch in the dirt, well played by A.J. Parcero. Parcero again blocking on a breaking ball. Low and away. 2-1 the count. Called strike at the knees on the outside corner, and that will even the count at 2-2.
Oh, great pitch.
Breaking ball just froze Chance at the plate. And that'll be a strikeout for David Muto, his first of the ball game. 1 away now for Micah Dvorak, who is 0 for 3. He did have an RBI on a sac fly in the 5th. Let's start things off 0-1. Conservative lead at first base. Now he's going with the pitch. The hit and run was on. The throw will be offline. It will be a stolen base for Caden Luna. Count count moves to 0-2 after the pitch, but a runner in scoring position with one away for the Grays. And a strikeout notched by David Muto on the swing and a miss. Cade Schultz coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a pair of walks and a pair of runs scored in this ballgame.
Another great pitch there by David Muto as he recorded his second strikeout of the ballgame coming in this inning.
Going to take a long look at the man on second and step off. Pitch comes inside, too tight. Count is 1-0. The count, right on the front knee.
Great pitch there by Muto. That kind of almost looked like a screwball. That's what we used to call it.
Yes,
when the
sir.
ball moves inside towards the batter.
Breaking ball will be ball 2.
I think that nowadays they call them sliders.
Pitch is upstairs, and the count will go to 3-1. Three and one the count with a runner at second and 2 down, and that'll be the walk. Not a horrible time to walk a batter. Now up is Mark Valdez. 0 for 3, though he scored a run after being hit by a pitch in the first. And 1 the count. As we open the at-bat with a strong pitch by David Muto. Pitch comes inside, well inside. Arcero making an excellent block to keep that from doing some damage. 1-1 now the count. Just missing inside. And the count is 1-2. Upstairs and inside. And the count will go to 2. Fly ball down the right field line will go foul. Well foul. And the count will go to 2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it. Muto will get out of that inning. 3 strikeouts for him. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Couple left. We head to the bottom of 7. The Rebels up 10-6. Due up for the Rebels will be Nolan Riley, Eric Garza, and Aaron Eshelman. speak with Aaron's mom. And they're driving in from Pretty Prairie, Kansas every day. That's about an hour away from here. And the big Pretty Prairie Rodeo is still on for this year. That's kind of a big deal. Largest night rodeo in Kansas. Down in Pretty Prairie. It's definitely something to see. I've been there a few times myself, but not since I started doing baseball. That kind of throws things out the window for your evening schedule. Riley had a single and a run scored in the fourth. He is 1 for 2 with a walk today. This pitch is a bit low. That'll be 1-1. 1-0. Again low. And Riley goes up in the count 2-0. Weak fly ball down the right field line in foul territory will be caught. Excellent play by Micah Dvorak over in right field. Eric Garza now coming to the plate for the Rebels. We have a pinch hitter in Tommy Thrasher. Thrasher will take ball 1, shoulder high and inside. Called strike. Down the middle, just above the hands. 1-1. Called strike, breaking ball. Not to Thrasher's liking, and it's 1-2. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner. Now will be 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout. Aaron Eshelman making his way to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Dances away from a pitch that's well inside from Chacon, and the count will be 1-0. The count now. Pitch will catch the inside corner just above the knees, and it'll be 2-1. Thought about chasing one on the outside half of the plate, but lays off. It's called strike, and it's 2-2. Fouls it away.
That brought to you by Remax Associates.
And the count is still 2-2. And that'll be a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chacon. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. And we head to the top of the eighth. The Rebels up 10-6. Take a moment to thank Remax and Associates and Alex Carbajal for their sponsorship of Newton Rebels baseball. Also,
Your ticket had 2, 7,
want to thank Peyton Paw Attorneys at Law and Carl Hodges, the founder.
Go see Mark Carr from the game. Again, the number is 277-291.
And the new business in town, Judy Works.
Your
Which
price
is
is
a
$30.
pet waste removal company. Thank them for sponsoring Newton Rebels baseball. Frank, if memory serves, we're back on this diamond tomorrow.
That is correct. We'll be back in action tomorrow evening against the same team. Matter of fact, the next 2 nights, I believe. Let's say Wednesday, right? Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
And then we get a break on Saturday, and it'll be back on Sunday. You know, I just went downstairs, and it's still showing that it's 90 degrees. The wind has gone from 11 miles an hour down to 10. But on the side of the building that I was on, it felt like it wasn't moving at all. I felt like I was in a sauna. And I just happened to look to see exactly what the heat index is. It says it feels like it's 100 degrees out there. And here it is almost, 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Plummer now at the plate. And he will take strike one from David Muto. David Muto comes inside and too far, and it'll even the count at 1-1. Ground ball towards third will be fielded cleanly to throw across the diamond in time from Nolan Riley.
Up now, number 24.
Nice throw to Martinez. And Joel Townsley now coming to the plate. He is 3 for 4 with an RBI. Ground ball down first base side, tails foul. And the count is 0-1. He's going to get a new bat following that foul ball. So we'll reset things here. 0-1 your count. Called strike on the breaking ball, and David Muto takes an 0-2 lead in this count. Burns one, down and away, hoping Townsley will chase, but Townsley does not. And the count is 1-2. Which tails low, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Fouls it back to the screen. Count will stay at 2-2. Count goes to full as that pitch tails away and out of the zone. Payoff pitch to come. There's one away here. Top of the 8th. Inside and high, and that will be a walk. Second free pass of the game by Muto. Sorry, David Muto. And Steve Ramos coming to the plate. He's been making contact. Ramos has put the ball in play every time he's been at the plate today. Misses low and away, and the count will go to 1-0. Two and 0 will be the count after a pitch in the dirt. Weekly hit to third. It's plucked out of the air by Riley, who made the throw across the diamond to get a double play. As he caught the ball and threw it to first to get Townsley before he could tag back up. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of 8. Rebs up by 4. And the top of the order due up. And we don't know what baseball will look like tomorrow. Tomorrow is the governor's executive order requiring masks be worn in any and all situations that social distancing cannot be observed.
I thought that was going to be coming in effect on Friday.
And she's signing the order tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
So we'll find out what things are going to look like as soon as we get that order in place.
It's gonna have to find a big arm and enforce it.
Baseball with no fans?
Baseball with no fans. The players have to wear masks.
And also this weekend, the big Mexam tournament.
The Mexican-American tournament coming up here in Newton, Kansas.
Yep, at this point it's still on.
Yeah, I saw the posted today that they were going to be playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I believe they're playing here at Centennial Park.
They're going to be playing a couple games across the street.
Right across the street.
And a lot of games down at Athletic Park as well. And that's a treasure of a tournament right there. And Cassane starts things off with,
And he gets hit.
a strike call, and then he gets hit by a pitch, and he's struggling. That one hit him very solidly. That looks like he's got it. Kind of walked off a little bit or run off, and Andrew Brutman is due up, and that will bring a visit to the mound.
With a 10-6 score, I'm sure he's looks like he might be changing pitchers here. Might be the first baseman coming in because First baseman went towards the pitcher's mound and has not gone back.
Well, and if you take a look at their roster, you see a lot of combo players, lots of guys that are listed as pitcher in the field or pitcher in another position.
It is going to be the third baseman, number 27, that's going to be coming in the pitch, and that is Cade Schultz.
Pitching out shortstop, 27, Cade Schultz.
And
Yep, that means a little extra warm-up time as well.
yeah, and Chacon will be moving over to third base.
Which would,
Eliminate that DH, I believe, wouldn't it?
that will eliminate the designated hitter and Steve Ramos. His day would be done. Which, since he was the third out in the top of the eighth, makes some sense.
So number 12, Luis Chacon moves to third base.
Then I saw a bracket online not too long ago.
I noticed they got a lot of teams in that Mexican-American tournament coming down from Kansas City area.
Yep, that's actually pretty normal right these days.
And I believe I read that they were going to have like 3 teams from Native American teams.
Yes, that is a change this year. That is a major change.
And that is 3 teams out of the Oklahoma area that are in the top 6.
Pitch comes inside. First offering to Brotman will be ball 1. Stays inside and will miss. Nice pop on the mitt here. Got some good velocity going. They have the Oklahoma Psycho, Big Eagle Express, and the Goodfellas coming in. Those are the Native American clubs that will be at the Mex-Am this weekend. Called strike. 2-1. And also they'll have Mexican American Athletic Club, the Emporia Black Sox, A1 Construction, the Kansas City Banditos. Check swing, called strike. 2-2 the count. Kansas City Indios, a Wichita Houston team, the Kansas City Lobos, the Hutchinson Blue Jays, and the Kansas City Eagles rounding that out.
Back when I used to play, they used to have the Hutchinson Lobos.
Yep.
I'm surprised no Wichita teams are coming in.
Count goes full as the breaking ball heads outside. Oh, and they also have the national 17 and under team coming in. That'll be an interesting thing. That's the A1 construction team. Little looper plucked out of the air and in a nice play. by Brotman's compatriot at shortstop, Plummer. Runner stays at first, that's the same. And Martinez now due up at the plate.
Actually, I think we have a pinch hitter. I
We
think
do.
it's number 12. It's Armini, I believe.
First offering is a strike.
It's number 12, Rocco Armini. Matter of fact, I thought he was playing first base last inning.
Armini will send one down the line, foul. Chase is given, but it is out of play. Down the
And
third
the
base.
reason I thought it was Armini at first base was, you remember that line shot to third base and then they threw it to first?
Yes.
Armini, instead of touching the base, he went after the runner that was heading back towards first base. And I thought I saw 12, and I thought, when did he come in?
Well, they don't necessarily report those defensive substitutions anywhere. So.
Without explaining the not touching the base, if
Yep.
he's a pitcher, so
Mm-hmm. Pitches upstairs to Armini, should be 1-2. Ground ball, foul. And it'll stay at 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Armini will head back to the dugout. 2 away here. And Vioria coming to the plate. I'm seeing 3 for 3 for him. With a couple RBIs. That's a good night. Got a runner at first with 2 down. Pitch is upstairs above his head, and the count is 1-0. Rebels have a 4-run lead. Comes inside, but it's a called strike. 1-1 your count. Pitches upstairs, and the count will go to 2-1. Inside and a little low. 3-1 now. To Vioria. And he'll draw the walk. Ricky Hockett
Coming to bat in the 30, Reese Hodges.
now coming to the plate. He had a walk. He is 0 for 3. Runners at first and second with 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Foul ball back to the screen. And the count is 0-1. Runners going. Out at third on the snap throw. No runs on no hits. No errors. 2 left. We head to the top of the ninth. Rebs up by 4 and needing 3 outs to go home with the W. And reliever coming into the ball game will be Zach Martinez.
Pitching out for the Rebels, number 11, Zach Martinez.
Due up will be Veltman, Luna, and Chance. The 6, 7, 8 hitters in the lineup for the Grays.
And the final numbers for Yukihiro, David Muto, he went 2 innings as he faced 8 batters. Gave up 2 hits, 1 hit. And he had 2 base on balls and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, that included
Music.
included 3 strikeouts in the 7th. Pitch is up and in from Zach Martinez. That's ball 1. Called strike inside corner, belt high. Count goes to 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Make that 1-2. Ground ball right up the middle, off the pitcher's mound. Throw to first in plenty of time coming from Andrew Brotman over at short. And Caden Luna now coming to the plate. He's got 3 hits in this ball game. All singles. He's got an infield single, and they also hit into a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Got a run score. Pitch comes well inside, and count will go to 1-0. Upstairs, count is 2-0.
Touchdown.
And that'll hit him right in the middle of the back. And Luna is aboard. 1 down, and Cal Chance coming to the plate. Chance is 2 for 3 with a run scored, and he was hit by a pitch. 10-6 your score here in the top of the ninth. Called strike just above the knee. 0-1 your count. Pitch comes down low and the count goes to 1-1. Scoreboard shows a count of 1-2. Oh, third strike. Tough pitch right there for Zach Martinez. And now there's 2 away for Micah Dvorak. Pitch inside. Count is 1-0. Caught the outside corner fastball. The count is 1-1. Went after the outside corner and got it again. 1-2 now your count on Micah Dvorak. Wild pitch. Well high. Goes back to the screen. That will move Luna over to second. And the count is 2-2. And that fouls away. 2-2 pitch coming. High and away, and the count will go to full. Fouls it back to the screen. Count stays full. Fouls it away, and the count will stay full. Ground ball right back up the middle. Throw to first is dropped. Cannot give teams extra outs. That would have ended the game, but instead, runners at the corners. Cade Schultz coming to the plate with 2 away. Rebels up 10-6 right now. Schultz has drawn 3 walks in this ball game. He's parlayed that into a pair of runs. He also has 1 hit. Called strike. Breaking ball called strike on the inside half, and the count goes to 0-2. Fouled away. Breaking ball stays upstairs, and Cade Schultz moves away from it. 1-2 the count. Ground ball is foul down the third base side. And the count stays at 1-2. Pitch stays upstairs, and the count goes to 2-2. The inside and tight, high, count goes to full. And that's a walk, and that puts the tying run at the plate with the bases loaded. Mark Valdez coming to the plate. He is 0 for 4 with a run scored. That run scored coming in the first after he was hit by a pitch. Called strike to open the at-bat. Pops him up foul, and that is strike 2. Fouls this one back to the screen. Count stays at 0-2. The inside count goes to 1-2. Pitch is high, and the count goes to 2-2. Swing and a miss, and the third time's a charm. Strikeout. The Rebels had this game down to the final strike 3 times before they were able to get that strike and end the ball game. Rebs win 10-6.
Your winners tonight.
the final score is 10-6 in favor of the Newton Rebels. Chad, we thank you very much for coming out and doing our play-by-play here for this evening. Once again, the Newton Rebels will be in action tomorrow evening, once again here at Centennial Park, as they will be taking on the Crushers. Another non-conference game, and with that victory here tonight, the Rebels take their record to 7-8 in non-conference play, and still 4-8 in conference play. Once again, the Newton Rebels in action tomorrow on the 2nd. I thought they had a game on the 3rd too.
Well, we've been told that there will be a game on the 3rd.
That's what I thought too.
The schedule was never updated on that.
Okay, so there should be a game on the 3rd also. I do know that we will not have a game on Saturday on the 4th. And we'll be back here at Centennial Park on the 5th as we start a 4-game series against the Mulvane Patriots. That would be the 5th, 6th, 7th, and the 8th. So another victory here for the Newton Rebels as they now take the win streak to 2 games.
That's back-to-back wins, and I'm going to say that the my Rebel of the game today is Roger Viore. He came off the bench and he went 3 for 3 with an RBI and 2 RBIs and a double.
Yeah, and my star of the game is the umpire for saving the game for us.
Steven
Because
yes, he's my man of the game.
yeah,
Yes,
we did not have umpires until he showed up, and we appreciate him working a solo game by himself. I think he did an outstanding job, and so that's who my player of the game is the head umpire.
Straight up, okay? So I'm an experienced umpire, right? And I'm walking out of here going, there's only 2 calls that I'm like taking question with, and that's a good night when you've got a full crew.
Exactly right.
That's a great night when you've got a full crew, and we had 1 man. So hats off to Steve. Well done, my man.
Yeah, good job. So once again, we'll be back in action tomorrow evening. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by the play-by-play announcer, Chad Fry, for tonight. Wishing you a good night. Once again, we'll see you tomorrow evening as the Newton Rebels will be taking on the Crushers.